Hi. So here's what I understand. Soda's good. I just finished my soda, but I've got a water right here. If you can fucking call it water. It says Dasani. Purified water. Enhanced with minerals for fresh taste. Let's see if I agree. If it tastes fresh. It's pretty good. The lid, the freshness seal didn't break. I just broke the bag open and had all the bottles in it, so I'm not worried about it. So, this is what I understand. On Monday, somebody that works for my company has family they live with that got tested for COVID. And I guess the family had been sick for a few days and they'd been staying away from them and shit. And the test came back Wednesday that their family members that were sick had COVID. Have COVID. Okay? They've been going to work the whole week. They have no symptoms. They're fine. Wednesday, when the family members came up positive for COVID, they went and got themselves tested. They took a blood test for antibodies, and they came back negative on both antibodies. One antibody is if they currently have it, and the other antibody is if it had been in their system before. Because different antibodies fight it, then watch for it or whatever. I don't know. They also got a nasal thing. So they're waiting for the nasal swab to come back. Well, today, they're showing symptoms. And I was talking to everybody, and it's pretty much universal that nobody wants to tell corporate anything. That location is just washing their hands a lot, lots of sanitizer, stand the fuck away from them, and they're not telling the corporate shit. And I'm going to tell you, I don't fucking blame them. I don't blame those motherfuckers at all. Because our corporate is retarded. They changed the rules to this draconian shit where if you're sick and it's not COVID, you have to have 3 full days with no symptoms before you can come back. And now these are days that you have to use sick days for. So if you're magically only sick once the whole year and you're only sick for 2 days somehow, and then you have 3 days no symptoms, or maybe you're lucky and you're only sick 1 day and then you have 3 days no symptoms, that's 4 sick days. They only give you 5 sick days, no matter, even with these new rules. 5 sick days. So if you're really lucky and you're only sick for 2 days and you have 3 days of no symptoms, I guess it depends on if a weekend falls in there, you're pretty much fucked for the whole year. That's it. You can really only get sick once the whole year. Otherwise, you have to start burning vacation days for sick shit, for being sick. You gotta use your vacation days. You gotta be sick on your vacation. That's what it is. Now, if you get COVID, you have to have 5 days, no conditions. Who the fuck? Most people that get COVID are sick for 4 or 5 days. Pretty much everybody I know that's got COVID, I mean, they don't feel terrible for like a week. I was going to go a totally different way. I just fucked it up. That's all right. So, and my sinuses are fucked up anyway. I may not ever go 3 to 5 days without any symptoms of anything. I'm gonna lie. Like, if I just have normal like headaches, because I have headaches all the time anyway. So if I like have headaches or just like stuffy sinuses, like normal, like I always wake up with stuffy sinuses, I'm not counting that as symptoms, because that's just normal for me. So I don't blame them one fucking bit. Good for them, by the way. And good for their coworkers for making that choice. I guess there were phone calls and texts and shit. Like, hey man, what do you think? And they talked about it. They're like, well, as long as you don't have, we have to wear masks anyway. So as long as he didn't have symptoms, they're like, fuck it. And then he had symptoms. I guess there was temperature and chills and shit and whatever. I was watching this car behind me, like, if you get over and try and get around me, I'm gonna kill us both. But yeah, and if he comes up positive for COVID, they're not going to tell corporate anything. Just going to deal with it. Because they're not going to fucking help. It's just going to be a huge mess. And if our location, the way our location had it done, we got fucked in the ass. When I didn't even have COVID, I was just sick. They shut us down. They made me, I was home already. They made my coworker go home, and they flew out my boss to stay out here from El Paso to Tempe. It was crazy. And he fucked up as much in 4 days. I think I'd been saying a week, but it was 4 days. He was only there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He fucked up as much in those 4 days as we did the whole fucking year before. So yeah, I don't blame them. I don't know who covers for them if they all got sent home. I don't know. I don't remember who runs the warehouse. But I was talking to them today. And they're like, I don't know, is this a good idea? I'm like, dude, that's what I would do. We've already pretty much decided if any of us get sick at our location, we're like, hey man, I hurt my leg. Can't come in. I'm not telling you shit about my symptoms. Fuck us the way they fuck us. It's no wonder. It's no wonder it spreads like it does. Because your workplaces, if other places have workplaces that are as dumb as ours, horrible. You can't add all these days of no symptoms and expect us to want to go along with that shit. And you only give us 5 days a year, just like before, of sick time. Go fuck yourself. For real, go fuck yourself. Nobody has a problem with this. Like, nobody in corporate said, hey man, we're changing these rules, we need to give them more sick days because it's not fair. Well, who gives a fuck about fair? Corporations don't give a fuck about fair. If they gave a fuck about fair, they fucking wouldn't have done the whole Citizens United bullshit. Corporations are people. Fuck you. No, they're fucking not. Fuck out of here. It's the dumbest. I can't even believe that fucking shit. They're like, well, we're entities, so that means we're people. That's not the same fucking thing at all. So every LLC should get their own vote, huh? Goddamn ridiculous. Y'all motherfuckers are crazy. I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I ended up with a positive case of COVID. Personally, I mean, if it was me. It depends if I had symptoms. If I didn't have any symptoms, I don't think I would tell corporate. I think I would be careful and deal with it. Out for at least 5 days. Well, it'd be at least 6 days. It's 5 days, no symptoms. What if I've never had symptoms? Just be out for 5 days? I don't understand. The rules are retarded. You can't just tack on all these extra days of rules and then not give anybody more sick days. It's like you're changing the fucking rules here and you're giving us no fucking ground. You're taking ground from us. It's all on us. They don't give a shit. Why would they give a shit? It's so crazy. I can't even believe it. I remember when I was talking to HR when I was sick, and I was fucked up that one day. It wasn't COVID though. And she was telling me that shit. You have to have 3 days no symptoms. I just laughed. I'm like, what? It's like, I'm COVID negative. If I feel better, why wouldn't I go back to work? Well, those are the new rules. And I was like, and it's still 5 sick days a year? And she goes, yeah, why? And I was like, waiting, like, are you going to do the math in your head? You going to figure this shit out? No? She was like getting natty with me. It's like, fuck you, lady. It's like, fucking, I'm really not sexist at all, but that's where the fuck you lady comes out of me. See that girl's legs? She was super, super tiny. And like a way that's like, whoa. Or I don't know what gender that was. I didn't even really notice. I just assumed because long hair. And me, you having had long hair in the past and having been catcalled a lot from behind. And then turning around, oh, he's got a goatee. That's a dude. Like, yep, I'm a dude. I'm not a chick. Like, oh. Because of long hair, so I should know better. Yeah, when she said, it's 5 days if you have COVID, I just laughed. And she got major attitude after I laughed at that. Like, wow. Like, you don't see a problem with this. You really don't see a problem with this. It's cool. It's fine. No problem. It's all good. Who cares? It's not their fucking dime. We're trying to be careful. Like, yeah, I got bills, motherfucker. I'm trying to be careful too. That's why your fucking workers are going down the road that we don't want, like we're fast food or some shit. We might as well be fucking fast food. Fast food workers show up sick too. And that's really fucking bad because you're working with fucking food. Hobson out here. Just can't turn. All these fucking minimum wage jobs, people show up sick all the goddamn time. It's retail for sure. Because you gotta go, you gotta get the money. There's no sick days. I don't remember ever getting sick days. You could call in sick, but you're not getting fucking paid. All the retail and grocery store and shit places I worked while I was a kid. So motherfuckers show up to work sick. All the time. And you can't blame them. Companies don't give a fuck about their workers. This is the closest I've ever been to my neighborhood. So bye.